a part of the playlist SQL for beginners. In this video, I will explain the next concept, operators. The purpose of operators is to perform the manipulations with the attributes. Operators are different categories. Compared with the languages in the database, some of the operators are not available, like bitwise operators, unary operators, ternary. So this is for while working with the database, specifically how to retrieve the database in certain conditions, so that here you can use some special operators. Some of the operators are same as the languages. For example, relational operators. It almost all same. So for comparing purpose, you can use the relational operators. There you can use the greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to, and then equal to. Arithmetic operators, to perform the mathematical operations or arithmetic operations, you can use here you can use a plus, minus, and into and divided by. There is no modulus like languages, percentage symbol. Here you can use the keyword mod. And the logical operators, to compare the multiple conditions as well as opposition conditions, you can use logical operators. Here you can use the keywords and or not. And come to the next one. Special operators is the most important while working with the database. These operators can be used to retrieve the data based on specific conditions. So these operators, the first one is a like. To compare with the particular text pattern, you can use this like operator. To work with this like operator, you can use two special characters. One is a percentage and the next one is underscore. Percentage represent a multiple characters, underscore represent a single character. For example, from the table, I want to retrieve the information regarding the student whose name starting with the K. I know only first character, I don't know remaining characters and then length. In that case, you can use a percentage, where name like a K percentage. Suppose if you know the length, then you can use underscore. For example, same student table, I want to retrieve the information from the student whose name contain exactly 7 characters, and the first character and last character is specified. If the first character and then last character is specified out of 7, remaining 5 between you can use underscores. And the next operator is the in operator. To compare with the multiple values on single attribute, you can use a in operator. So to compare with the multiple values, you can use a logical operator also. But logical operators are is for different attributes. For example, where class equal to, I want to display the details about the students who are studying 8th class or total greater than 300, like this you can use OR operator. Or single attribute also you can use. That is for both the purpose. Whereas come to the in operator, it is only for a single attribute compare with the multiple values. I want to display the details about the students who are studying 6th class, 8th class and 10th class. For this purpose, you can use the in. And the next operator is null. To compare with the null values, you can use a is null. For example, if any attribute contain null values, it's not possible to compare by using equal operator. For example, what's my requirement is, I want to display the details about the students who are not getting the roll numbers. So if you said that where roll number equal to null, it won't display any records. So there you can specify where roll number is null. And the next operator is a between. To compare within the range based on particular attribute, I want to display the details about the students whose total is ranging from 300 to 400. There you can use a between operator. Like this, you can use operators. And next most a simple topic included along with this operators is order by class. To display the records in sorting order, we can use order by class. By default is ascending order. If you want to display the records in descending order, you can use the DESC keyword with order by. Order by class is the last class in the select statement. Why? Because for every SQL query, there are three stages. One is the parsing, and the next one is the fetching, and the next one is the execution. Parsing in the sense, displaying the verification of the table, existence of the table in the database. Suppose you try to retrieve the information from the student table. You are giving the query like this: select star from student. Whether the student table is available in the database or not, it has to be verified. That technique you can call it as a parsing. Automatically the query can take care about this. And the next one is the fetching. So whatever the condition is specified, whether the records are available or not. For example, you said that select star from student where roll number or where total greater than, like this you can give some conditions. Whether those records are available in the table or not, it will verify. After fetching, it will execute. If it is the select statement, it will display the records. And if it is update statement, it modifies the records. If it is delete, it will remove the records. And one more thing is regarding order by, instead of using attribute name, you can use an attribute number also. Attribute number, that is nothing but a column number. If you are using the star in the select statement, automatically it will take the order of the select statement, automatically it will take the order of the table structure. Or if you are selecting the particular attributes, then the column position is a differ. Like this, you can work with order by. That's all about the operators. And then order by. So in this video, I will give examples on operators by using existing table. First of all, you have to check what are the tables are available. For this purpose, you can use a tab. So Oracle is not a case sensitive. You can use uppercase letters as well as lowercase letters. But while comparing with the data, you must use a particular case based on the existing data. If the data is in lowercase, you can compare with the lowercase only. If the data is in uppercase, you can compare with the uppercase. Now it will display what are the tables are available. Here I am taking an example by using a employee table. So to display the to know about what are the attributes are available in EMP table, you can use describe EMP. So because here in previous I used as set line size so that it will display in multiple columns. So I try to reduce the line size. Before that I have to clear the screen. Set line size. So set that instead of 200 I can write as set line size is the single order. Okay. So compared to the previous, entire thing is displayed on a same row. Now, each and every time if you want to clear the screen, you can use the CLSCR. It will clear the screen. Now, what are the attributes are available? What are the data records are available? I want to check. You can say star represent all columns. Select this. Star represent all columns. It will display like this. Suppose I want to display the records or I want to display only particular columns. I want to do display name, job and then salary. You can use the select statement like this. It will display those 3 columns data. So if you want to display particular record, if you want to do any manipulation, not only display, if you want to display, if you want to do any manipulation exactly on particular record, you can use the where class. Suppose I want to display all records, that are all the columns from EMP, where ename equal to some Smith. Display only particular record. Like this, you can use the relation operator equal, or based on the salary attribute, I want to display instead of all columns, I want to display only employee names instead of all columns. I want to display employee name, job, salary from EMP, salary from EMP. I don't want to use this condition. I want to compare with the salary whose salary is greater than, so that you can use the salary attribute at condition part, salary greater than 3000. Only one person is there, that is a king. Like this, you can use the relation operator. And one more example, except the manager, I want to display all the details, but I want to display employee names, jobs and then salary. I want to display employees except managers, so that you can use the where job not equal to either you can use this symbol or a exclamation mark and equal to, where job not equal to manager. Except the manager, remaining all the records are displayed. Right? Like this, you can use the relational operators. Arithmetic operators simple, plus minus into divided by any. You can take static data 10 plus 20. From 10 plus 20 is not part of any table. Here you can use Oracle system table dual. It will display output as 30. Or you can use, in case of employee, you can add the salaries and commissions. Select name, salary and commission. And one more column, I want to display it as a calculation attribute, total salary. Total sal from EMP. Commission is a spelling mistake, COMM. Only those who are taking a commission, for those only the total salary is displayed. Remaining all the records, it will display null values. Why? Because if any attribute contains null values, with that attribute, if you are doing any manipulation, the result becomes null. To overcome this, in coming topics, we will discuss the functions. At that time, I will explain how to solve this. In the next one, come to the won't retrieve the records based on certain condition, multiple conditions. So you can use the logical operators. Select name, job, and then salary. I want to display only managers whose salary is greater than 2500. Where job equal to manager. First of all, I have to check how many managers are there. There are 3 managers. Now what I'm doing is, I want to add one more condition, and salary greater than 2500. It will display, right? Out of 3, it will display only 2 records are satisfying this condition. Like this, you can use that means if you want to work with the multiple conditions, in case of fund, what happened? If all the conditions are satisfied, then only it will display the records. Otherwise, it won't display. And same thing, you can use OR operator. I want to display either managers or another attribute or same attribute you go for. Suppose I want to display salary greater than 2500. So in other jobs also, on list president, there are other job holders. Like this, you can use OR operator. That means job equal to manager condition is satisfied. At the same time, whose salary is greater than 2500. Either this condition or this condition. If both the conditions, any one of the conditions are satisfied, it will display the records. That's about OR. So now what my requirement is, I don't want to display, I don't want to display manager details. I don't want to display not operator except the managers. I'll give you example for not, once I explain the special operators. In special operators, there are 2 operators already told. Sorry, 4 operators, like, in, is null, and between. Like operator you can use to work with a particular text pattern. You can use a like operator. For example, what's my requirement is, I want to display the details about the employees, name, job, salary from EMP, where I don't know the exact names of the employees, but I know the only starting letter, so that I can use where e name like S percentage. I don't know the length, I don't know the exact name, so that you can use S percentage. It will display invalid table name. Here you are not given the table name, directly go for where class. So like this it will display. That means if you don't know the length of this string, you can use the percentage. If you know the length, then you can use underscore. Now what's my another requirement is, I want to display the employee details whose name contain exactly 4 characters. Then you can use underscore. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will display. So that's about the like operator. And the next category is, the next operator is a in. To compare with the multiple values on single attribute, it's not possible same as OR. To compare with the multiple values on single attribute, or multiple attributes are not same as a like OR operator, it's not possible in case of in. You can use only one attribute. Now what's my requirement is, I want to display manager details as well as a clerk details, so that you can use where job in either manager, and the second list, second one condition is the clerk. To list about the details. Same thing you can use OR operator also, where job equal to manager or job equal to clerk. But advantage with OR operator is, instead of using only job, you can use other condition on other attribute also. Whereas in case of in, you can use only one attribute at a time. Right? And the next one is null, to compare with the null values. Suppose from EMP, see what happened. Select spelling mistake. It will display all the records. Out of this, you have to pick who are not taking the commissions. So in this case, there are totally 14 records. Now what's my requirement is, out of 14 employees, who are not taking the commissions or who are taking the commissions, where commission is a null. Or same query, who are not taking the commission. Here you can use a logical operator not. So like this you can use a is null. And the next one is between to display the records in a range based on particular attribute. Now what's my requirement is, based on the salary I want to display in particular range, where salary between 1600 and 3000. It will include both upper bound as well as the lower bound. Lower bound is a 1600 and upper bound is a 3000. Right. So that's about the operators. And the next small topic, which includes in this session only, that is order by class. The purpose of order by class is to display the records in a sorting order based on a particular attribute. By default, order is ascending order. Now what my requirement is, I don't want to use any conditions, but I want to display the records ascending order on the employee name, so that I can use the order by e name. So all the employee names are displayed in a sorting order. If any employee names is the same, which record has to be displayed while working with order by, then you can use order by clause on multiple columns. Suppose if any employee name is same, I want to display the records ascending order on employee name and descending order on salary. If any employee names are same, then only it will display which record has to be displayed first. If the employee names are different, it won't apply. But anyhow, the employee names are displayed. Right? That means you can use order by clause on any number of columns. Some columns are in ascending order, some columns are in a descending order. And the next one is, while working with order by, instead of using column name, you can use a column number. Now come to this statement. Here instead of using order by e name, now e name is in a first position. So how to decide the position? That depends on your select statement. If you are using the select query like this, if you are selecting a specific attributes, where in which column you want to give the order by, where I have to identify the position. Now I want to display the records on sorting order on employee name. So the employee name is in first position, so that you can use the order by 1. Suppose if I am using the star in the select statement, instead of selecting some specific attributes, I want to display all the columns, but I want to display on sorting order on employee name. So in that it will take the column number from a structure of the table. In the structure of the table, employee name is in a second column, so that you can use the order by 2. Right? And one more thing is, order by clause is a last clause in the select statement. That means if you want to apply any conditions before order by, you have to apply. Why? Because there are 3 stages. Once you can give any query, one is a parsing, and the next one is a fetching, and the next one is a execution. Parsing in the sense checking the existence of the table in the database, and fetching in the sense based on the condition whether the records are available in the database or not, it will verify. Execution in the sense it will apply. If it is select, it will display. If it is update, it will modify the records. If it is delete, it will remove the records. Now what's my requirement is, I want to display only manager details, sorting order on a employee name from EMP. What is the condition? Only manager details, where job equal to manager, order by 2. Right, like this you can work with the order by. So in the next session, next video, we'll go back to I'll give the examples on the first topic, that is introduction to SQL commands, how to create the tables. Why I'm taking examples on operators in this session, in this. First of all, I have to know about I have to use how to use the only select statement. Then only it's possible to understand what is the attribute and how to display the structure of the table. Once you know all this, then how to create your own tables, that I will explain in the next video.